Alright, what the fuck are we doing today? I think the game just started. Yeah, sort of. So I haven't made a YouTube video in a while, so I figured I'll just throw one out. One thing that's been bugging me a lot lately is just this shit fucking country I live in. Like, it was great at one stage. Australia, for those who couldn't tell, if anyone's even fucking watching, which they aren't. Australia used to be a great country. We used to have all sorts of, freedoms. Everyone would be like, oh yeah, it's a cool land. All sorts of shit that wants to kill you. Now it's just a fucking communist fucking capital. Like, there's nothing good here. Like, the weather's shit. The fucking economy's shit. Housing market's shit. Just fucking everything market is shit. Like, everything's overpriced. Like, it's fucking $5.70 at Coles for a fucking loaf of bread. Like, not the fancy fucking Helga's bread. I'm talking the home brand shit fucking bread. Like, what the fuck? And on top of that, like, the fucking politics in charge and shit. Not that they're in charge, because if you have fucking half a brain, you know they're not in charge. Like, making fun of people, saying like, oh, they can deal with it and shit. And it's just like, okay, cunt.
Support people who are renting a house is to help them buy a house.
Can the Prime Minister confirm that the best advice he has to offer Australians struggling to pay rents that have skyrocketed under his government is that they should just go and buy a house?
Like, whatever happened to being a fucking human and trying to help people? Like, am I wrong for wanting that? Fresh into 2024, and shit's fucked. Just had Epstein Island fucking release, which is, another case of why the fuck do people just, throw away their dignity, throw away their fucking, humanity, just to feel good, to be above others? Like, yeah, I understand the whole instant gratification thing. Like, yeah, I get that. It can feel good at the time, and then you regret it later. Except these cunts just don't regret it. They're just like, oh, there's no consequences for my actions. If you really believe that, you're a fucking retard, but I don't think they fucking care. And it's the same with, people in charge of Australia. It's like all these, supermarkets and shit like Coles and Woolies who are ripping the fuck off everyone, and they're all defending themselves in court and shit, saying, oh, we're not doing anything wrong. And it's just like, yeah, explain that to God on Judgment Day, you fucking cunt. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, I'm not the fucking, I'm not a golden child. I'm not an amazing fucking saint. I'm aware I'm not a saint. I try to help people where I can, and I understand that. Oh my god, this guy with his K7. I understand that, people see money as, an attractive thing to look at and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, what are you sacrificing to get that? Because there's no such thing as free money. How people are just so shit to other people, and they just don't care. They think what they're doing is fine. They think they're excused or entitled because, I don't know, they had a hard life or something didn't go their way. And it's like, I'm not the only one that feels like this. There's plenty of people that feel like this, and it's just we're not coordinated. We're not together in this. It's like, you've got cops, for example. Like, I think cops are cunts, personally. Not all of them. There's good ones in there. It's like that fucking thing in the Big Les show when Nolan he just got that tattoo on his chest that says fuck cops. It's like, that's how I feel. But there are good cops that do good shit, thank you, but like 90% of them in my experience are just cunts. I don't know who the fuck bullied them in school, but they need to fucking let it go. It's ironic because I'm cracking the shits at cop. I'm sick of having my fucking freedom choked out of me. We can't modify our fucking exhaust on our car, but you can modify your cock into a vagina, and that's legal, like, as a child. Like, if you're a fucking adult, do what the fuck you want. If you want to be a dickhead, fucking be a dickhead. But am I the only one that feels like this? And another thing, why isn't the game started, bro? I can't be the only one that feels like this. There's got to be, like, some kind of underground fucking community. And it shouldn't be an underground community. It should be the mainstream shit. And then you got these fucking, like, Chinese cunts buying it. Like, there was some cunt that bought an airport for $1 fucking in Western Australia, like, a couple of years ago. Like, am I a fucking retard for thinking that's weird? Okay, this game's so fucking noisy, cunt. What's the fucking point of living in Australia if it's just gonna be fucking taken over by a bunch of, corporate marketing things? And it's just like, whoever the fuck, like, is in charge of Australia, and then just be like, oh, look, a lump sum of money. That's gonna fucking, like, money isn't everything. When you die, people aren't gonna be like, oh, remember that really rich cunt? If all you want to be remembered for is your money, then you're a fucking failure of a human. It's like, you don't get remembered for having money or having great things. You're remembered for being a great person. The only rich people I can think of now is, like, all the billionaires that were on the fucking Epstein list, like Bezos and Zuckerberg and shit like that. And they're not good people. They're cunts. It's like the only one that's arguably a nice person is Elon Musk. Arguably, he's got his ups and downs. Obviously, he's hiding shit. What am I talking about? I'm just fucking crazy 21-year-old cunt with 5 cats and a fucking chip off his shoulder. No, but what the fuck? What the fuck is this country coming to? It's fucking communist Australia. Like, it's stupid. It's the cunts with the money run it, and then the cops just fucking enforce it like mindlessly. Like they fucking donate their bodies in exchange for a fucking paycheck, and it's like they're not humans in my eyes. Like they're not my friend. They're not out to help me. Whenever I've needed help, they've just fucking turned a cold shoulder, took my fucking money, and left. But as soon as there's like, you know, something that needs covering up, it's like, you know, front and center. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna get in the good books with this, or, you know, I'll keep my family safe because I'm being blackmailed, or whatever the fuck fucking cops are up to these days. I don't even know. There's a crack house up the fucking road that's like 2 minutes from my house. Hasn't been busted in fucking 16 years. Oh, by the way, fucking drug dealers and shit, if they're big enough and they pay that, like, if they pay the company, lethal company, the company appreciates your work. If they pay the government fucking taxes, like enough taxes and shit, the government leaves them alone. It's not a, you know, that's just a conspiracy theory I heard through the grapevine. You fucking ask, like, investigative services and they say, oh, it's to collect information. It's just like, they're selling drugs. You're taxing the drugs. You're getting, like, quite a bit of money off the drugs. Oh, let's just keep this investigation going a bit longer so we can get some money. I don't want to be fucking part of that. That shit's cringe. Then communism isn't a great fucking alternative either. So yeah, I'm kind of just in this shit situation where it's like, why am I alive in 2024? It's like, we're just left here to fucking suffer the effects of advanced, deep fucking capitalism instead of, you know, living as normal humans. It's like people see money and they're just like you see all these Insta videos. That was a really good fucking grenade. That would have got me. Like, you see all these people who are just like landlords and business owners and shit who are just focused so fucking hardcore on money. And it's like, how about you help someone? And then they're just like, oh, but then everyone always keep asking for hand. It's just like, just don't give it to them. Just help who you want when you can. Don't burn yourself out. There's always an excuse to make money, but there's never an excuse to fucking help someone. This being alive fucking hurts my brain. It's like that meme of the fucking orangutan with that blonde-haired guy, where it's just like, I'm free, no you're not. And it's just like, what is it? You have to pay to live, and I don't, or some shit. I don't remember. I'll fucking show it on the screen. Is that not true? It's like, it makes you think a bit. And I'm fucking going into the loony bins fucking side of all this shit. But at the same time, am I wrong? Am I not the only one noticing that everything's getting tighter and tighter and more restricted and more restricted and more restricted until everything's controlled and you can't fucking do anything? You can't fucking think? I'm fucking playing Roblox, cunt. What the fuck am I doing?